always stood on this and said, I don't want you to get the death penalty. I want you to be in jail for the rest of your life. And today, we got the saddest story in hip hop this year. This is by my dog BlackySpeakz. I don't even really know what he's gonna be talking about in this. So let's get this going. You already know the vibes. 1 curse, 3 push-ups. Let's get.
A 30-year-old man and his 5-year-old daughter were murdered at a car wash in the Fort Worth suburb.
Oh my God.
Of Forest Hill.
At this point, it appears to be a targeted shooting, and police are looking for 2 gunmen. Dozens of evidence markers show where the gunfire erupted today at the car wash on I-20 at Forest Hill Drive.
YNs just can never not get an innocent victim. They can never not do it. Like, I've always said this, bro. Stray bullets just have a way of finding the most innocent victim, bro. Like, good God.
A 30-year-old rapper and his young daughter were both killed.
A good kid, y'all. He didn't bother nobody. He didn't.
Now, the violence in hip-hop is definitely getting out of hand. Yesterday, a very tragic story broke involving a 30-year-old rapper from Texas named Get Money Lil Ronnie. Ronnie was shot and killed at a Fort Worth car wash in broad daylight, and what makes this even worse is that his 5-year-old daughter was killed alongside him. This story has been making national headlines over the last 48 hours, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. We often hear about rappers losing their lives, but this one is really different. And in this video, I want to have a serious conversation about the topic at hand. When I first saw the headlines, I had to read it twice. A rapper getting killed is unfortunately nothing new, but the fact that a 5-year-old girl was caught in the middle of it, that just makes it even more heartbreaking. I think this might be one of the most gut-wrenching stories coming out of hip-hop in a while. It's the kind of tragedy that just sticks with you, because at the end of the day, this wasn't just about rap. It was about a father and his child taken way too soon.
A 5-year-old, bro. A 5-year-old.
Get Money Lil Ronnie wasn't looking for any trouble. He was literally just cleaning his car at a car wash with his daughter when 2 men pulled up, got out, and started shooting. The fact that they didn't care who was there, that's a different level.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Level of evil. And the craziest part, this wasn't random. Police believe this was a targeted hit, so whoever did this knew exactly who they were going after, and they still didn't think twice about firing with a child standing right there. That just goes to show you how reckless and cold-hearted some people are when it comes to taking a life. The little girl had just celebrated her 5th birthday.
She was newly 5. That's what I'm telling you, bro. That's what I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's
the day before this happened, probably still full of excitement from her special day, and now she's gone. At some point, you gotta ask, where does this cycle end? It's one thing when grown men get caught up in street politics, but when kids start losing their lives because of it, that's when you realize this has gone way too far. I want to go through this Fox 4 news article that lays out the full details of what happened, so we can get a clear picture of this tragedy. Rapper Get Money Lil Ronnie, his 5-year-old daughter killed in Forest Hill car wash shooting, family says. Forest Hill police say a 30-year-old man and a 5-year-old girl were in a bay at the car wash when 2 men got out of a 4-door Kia and shot them before getting away. Officers who responded tried to save the 2 shooting victims, but they were pronounced dead at the scene. Sky 4 video showed
death penalty is needed. With situations like this, I've always stood on this and said, I don't want you to get the death penalty. I want you to be in jail for the rest of your life. Even better if you're young. I want you, as a 20-year-old, to spend 60 years in jail. I want you to think about it, bro. Like, I need you to sit. You're going to die of natural causes behind bars. That's what I need. I think death is just too quick, bro. It's too quick. It's too quick and forgiving. And the death is always, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, ethical. It's always an ethical death. No, you don't deserve that, bro.
Those dozen of evidence markers around a maroon Challenger. Police say one of the suspects has been identified, and a warrant for their arrest was issued. However, the police department said it is not ready to release the suspect's name.
Why?
Additional police officers were called in to help with crowd control because of the number of people who showed up at the scene after the shooting. Police believe it was a targeted shooting. While police have not identified the victims, a family member at the scene told Fox 4 the victims were Chucky Smith and his 5-year-old daughter. He was a rapper. He didn't bother nobody. He didn't target nobody. He was a family man, and he was going around rapping, okay? Why would they target him? Said Stella Houston, the victim's aunt. Houston says the little girl just celebrated her birthday on Sunday, cleaning the car out, and somebody came through, shooting and killed him and a baby. His baby. A baby. Becky Johnson lives across the street from the car wash. She heard multiple rounds of gunfire from inside her home.
Hi, yo, this is my first time watching from Europe. Wow. Gil Brill NFG. I hope I said that right. I appreciate you sliding in. That is crazy. Europe is insane.
6 the first time she's talking about gunshots, and then it was half a second and I heard 6 more.
Someone said F Spud Bros. That's not even, you don't even know if he's in England. You just threw a random stray to England, not even knowing where he's from.
Then seconds later, I heard 3.
What the heck?
She recalled. Johnson says she was startled by what she says sounded like back to...
The British are coming. What if he's like Italian? F beans on toast. Where are you from? Are y'all pressing him? Y'all gonna ask what size shoe he wearing next. Gib, you about to get jumped in chat, bro. I'm from the Netherlands. Oh, shoot, I got a boy who lives in the Netherlands. That's crazy. He's not even... Bro, the Netherlands is cool. Netherlands is valid, bro. Run that tea, twin. Run that... Bro, I got tea. I'm drinking tea. Napoleon at... All right, bro.
to back gunfire. I could see people fleeing for their cars, she said. Johnson was watching customers take cover behind their vehicles. The car wash sent out a statement saying it's working to assist police.
Hey, yo, I'm watching from Africa. It's primeless. That is also insane. What? Yo, why we low-key? We low-key international, bro.
And will remain closed for at least the next 2 days. Forest Hill police say this marks the city's 4th and 5th murder so far this year, compared to 0 in 2024. In February, 2 people were killed at a car dealership. A woman in a separate incident was killed by a stray bullet in her backyard. Honestly, guys, this story definitely, up. I don't really know what way to put it, honestly. Usually when you hear these stories of a
It's just children, bro. It's just children.
rapper getting taken out way too soon in hip-hop, the majority of those stories happen in a bubble, meaning it's one person that ends up getting taken out.
No, it's not. These YNs cannot aim for nothing, bro. It's rarely just one person, I feel like.
We've all heard about the countless of stories in hip-hop involving rappers getting brutally gunned down, and a lot of these stories have been so tragic. Now, the majority of them have involved rappers getting shot and killed, but we've of course also covered a lot of deaths involving rappers overdosing. So you hear these stories and they happen in a bubble. Obviously, it's very tragic that they happen, but then again, on the quote-unquote bright side, even though there's no real bright side of someone passing away and getting killed, right? It's happening in a bubble. But for this particular story, we have a 5-year-old little girl.
Bro, I feel like strays catching bodies is just so common. I don't even feel like it being in a bubble is common.
Girl who ended up getting shot and killed alongside her father. Usually I'm kind of, able to like brush off a lot of these stories, but I'll be honest with you guys, like I heard about this story like
and it's crazy how we're just learning to brush off these stories because it's so common.
I was so tense, I couldn't really even believe what I was seeing. Hearing this was truly heartbreaking. I don't really know what to tell you. The fact that we have little children, a 5-year-old girl got gunned down in this brutal of a fashion. What is this street code they all keep on talking about? Because obviously it doesn't really exist. And I don't want to speak too much about Get Money Lil Ronnie because I don't really know his story. This was actually the first time I had heard about him. Apparently he was on tour with Soulja Boy at one point. Apparently he was really big in Fort Worth, which is in Texas, right? And it wouldn't really be...
Bro, Texas loves its local rappers, bro. If you get motion in Texas, that's like good enough for you to like sell out shows, bro. Texas really rocks with their local rappers.
Too crazy that I haven't heard about him because I've noticed that a lot of rappers from Texas, whether it be Dallas or Houston, when they're really big in those cities, they're kind of almost in their own world. It did seem like he kind of had some momentum in his own little world, and I'm sure he would have been very successful going into the future. Obviously now this happened, so this is where his story ends. But guys, this should be proof that the so-called streets that a lot of rappers talk about is played out. It's simple. Gang violence is never going to be contained within its own world.
Ever.
That's just not possible. At a certain point, it does seep itself into the community. And what ends up happening is innocent people get caught up in the middle. I just hate how children have to be caught up in this BS, man. Now, this situation, I don't want to speak prematurely.
And I don't even think children have to die to be affected by this too. Because like, even if that little girl like survived, it's like, sorry, I've recently ate. Even if she survived, she's mentally cooked for like, if not the rest of her life, a majority of her life. So like she didn't even have to die to be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, she would have still lost her dad.
but usually this is either someone who's very jealous of the man's, the young man's, he was young, right? He was only 30 years old, Lil Ronnie's success, or it could be a street beef. I don't really know too much about the street politics, so I'm not gonna talk about that. For me, my main concern here is just that children shouldn't be caught in the middle of it. If y'all got some shit going on, I get it, but don't kill the children when you're trying to get to the person you got an issue with in the streets.
I lost my uncle to gang violence and it still affects me. Yeah, it's like...
And like I said before, it's like this quote-unquote
I'm sorry for your loss, bro. Like,
street code doesn't exist because y'all kill anybody who...
Shadow Jedi Knight with the resub. I appreciate you, bro.
Proves that shit doesn't exist. Because if that existed, you guys would actually have enough constraint to not kill children. If you want to get to somebody and cause harm onto them, that is your issue. That's an issue between you and that person. Children should never be hurt. The glorification of this shit has taken so many lives, it's crazy. And sometimes I wonder, is it ever gonna end? It seems like this violence just keeps on getting worse and worse. Even though morals has never truly existed in the streets, there was a time when they were mostly only killing each other. But as time goes on, more innocent people get caught up in the middle of it. And you know why I think that is because a lot of these young boys, towing these guns, first of all, they got zero discipline. They come from a background of no structure, probably didn't have a father in their life. They were raised by the streets. Growing up, they probably looked up to the dope dealers and, the rappers talking about this shit. And now they...
And yeah, like, it's just getting worse because I feel like, I'm not speaking on it, obviously, because I don't understand. Like, I can't relate to this. But I feel like if one guy kills one person, the next guy got to kill two people. If one guy got a gun, like a regular gun, the next guy got to have a gun with a switch. It's always one-upping. And I feel like that's causing a lot of people to be more reckless and, like, more willing to crash out. You know what I'm saying?
They get a chance to prove themselves in the
exactly
streets, right? And so they pick up a gun, start stalking their, ops. And as soon as they see him, boom, 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 boom. Just like that. They don't care who's in the car. They don't care who's in the vicinity. They don't care if there's an old lady right behind that car, walking her dog, with her children, whatever. They don't care. All they care about is just shooting. No discipline. No thoughts pop up of the consequences that's going to follow them when they take those shots. This is the kind of shit I hate seeing. I hate seeing babies getting caught up in the middle of y'all bullshit. I hate seeing innocent people getting killed because you guys have issues. And I'm not insinuating Lil Ronnie was in the streets. I don't really know, right? But what I do know is that he did rap about the streets in his music. And so what comes with doing that is you place yourself in that automatically by default because you're rapping about it. Because you're talking about the lifestyle, you're now a part of that. Again, his family's grieving right now. Truly, my heart goes out to them. I'm just trying to speak on the real side of this conversation because these are some very real things. Just yesterday, I spoke about Takeoff and how Takeoff over 2 years ago died. Takeoff wasn't looking for any issues. He was out with his uncle Quavo.
Once again, literally the most peaceful Migo. Like, it's always the most innocent victim, bro.
And then Quavo sadly got into an argument with somebody at the function. And the next thing you know, somebody ends up shooting and they kill Takeoff. Now that situation was obviously not premeditated like this situation, but the point still stands. Innocent people getting killed for absolutely no reason is crazy. Obviously this has been happening, but you guys can't tell me that you don't feel something when you hear a 5-year-old girl
good God, bro,
getting shot up in a car. Her body got riddled with bullets.
All right, bro.
That little girl, bro, I hope she didn't suffer. I can't even imagine if she was alive through that. I cannot imagine the pain that little girl was feeling, bro. That's fucked up. It's fucked up what you guys are doing, bro. And I know my voice doesn't even reach that side of the world. I know that I'm preaching to the choir right now. But still, guys, this shit fucked me up. That beautiful little girl, she was a beautiful little girl, man. She got killed at 5, guys. Bunch of grown men with guns pulling up, chasing her daddy down, killing him, and then killing her in the process. She was 5 years old, bro. Breaks my heart, man. Absolutely breaks my heart, man. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say, guys. I'll be honest with you. I just hope his family is able to, find some peace during this time. And for the love of God, man, please stop killing children, because
half the time it don't even be grown men, it be other kids too. And that's like the worst part is like, yeah, I agree with you completely. Like, It'd be 16-year-olds catching bodies now.
You guys got issues. This is crazy. This is insane. This should never happen. It should never happen. I shouldn't have to make this video ever, but here I am. Anyway, if you guys made it this far, I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video. I'm not even going to ask you what you think about this story. It's a horrible story.
Yeah, that is insane. That is insane. That's going to be my reaction to it. Yeah, bro. Goodness gracious. But catch you guys in the next one. That's going to be it for me. Peace.